Hello paddlers. Today I'm in Kane County, Illinois. Family life situation kind of event things brought me to Elgin, Illinois, and I'm on the Fox River just south of Highway 20, which is Lake Street in some of these parts. God, it really smells here. I just realized I'm standing next to a garbage can, sandwiched between the garbage can and a wastewater treatment plant. I'm at Elgin Shores Forest Preserve. Honestly, I couldn't find that many public access points to this river, and the parking lot and the way in here just looked kind of shady. The parking lot looks like it hasn't been maintained in years, and I don't think anybody even uses this launch. There was one other paddler here that told me this is kind of a shady area. Make sure I lock my car. Ooh, I better go do that. So I don't want to stick around here longer than I have to. Let's get on the water. When I was on the Fox River last year, I mentioned that there's quite a controversy in removing some of the dams. There's about 9 dams, I think, from Carpentersville all the way to Yorkville on the Fox River. I really don't have a horse in this race. Obviously, all the paddlers want to see the dams removed. The fishermen are largely opposed to it. It would be kind of convenient as a paddler to have fewer dams to be able to paddle a larger stretch of this river without portaging. But honestly, I'm not in this area often enough to really express an opinion on that. I don't understand all the environmental impacts that may have, what it would do to the water levels here, upriver, downriver. That's just something I haven't really kept myself current on, but I am interested in what the public opinion is. So if I encounter some folks on the river, maybe I'll ask them what their thoughts are on that. I actually wish I could see the rest of that purple graffiti over there because the colors are beautiful, and that took some artistic talent. And some more under the railroad bridge near Highway 20. That is a little unexpected. There's an egret in Elgin. I mean, I guess it can't be that unexpected. There's a river, there's food, but just didn't think egrets would live in this zip code. Just seems rather industrial. Egrets got no regrets. Living in Elgin. Sad, the condition of the riverbank in Elgin. That is a lot of garbage. Jeez, it gets nothing but worse. This is terrible. I haven't even gone a mile. Look at all this crap. This is disgusting. It's a pumpkin. It's September 8th. And it is a real pumpkin that someone carved the lid off. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. That's just kind of weird. The pumpkin and the flowers, at least, are biodegradable. Even if I had a garbage bag with me, I don't have enough room on my boat for all this crap. We're definitely not in Wisconsin anymore. I just saw the remnants of a bicycle on this very river in Aurora last week. This one is almost a complete bicycle. Elgin is a city of 114,000 people. You would think out of that kind of population, certainly there's a handful of folks that have some community service hours to serve for their misdemeanors or such. My suggestion, get them on the damn Fox River. Let's do some cleanup duty here, folks. Pay your debt to society. We just passed under the bridge at National Street, and this is the Grand Victoria Casino. I lived in this state the first 25 years of my life, but I can't say I ever understood why at one point in time you can only gamble if it was on the water. Elgin, Joliet, Aurora, Des Plaines, they all have riverboat casinos. These boats never go anywhere, so I don't know what the difference is that it's on the water. Maybe someone can give me a little bit of insight on that. I know they've changed that, not in the too distant past, because they just opened the Hard Rock Casino in Rockford, and that sits on dry land. If anybody has any clue, let me know why. Like, what's with the water thing? Listening to the gentle hum of the Elgin Metro train right behind our egret friend here. Architecture alert. I don't know what that building is, but I am about to find out. I am definitely a sucker for some Art Deco architecture. This is Elgin Tower, built in 1929, 15 stories high, and it was originally built as the home office for some bank. I forgot already. I read it 2 minutes ago. I already forgot. That seems a hella big for a bank in 1929. Those would make some really cool lofts, but it is still used as office space. More cool architecture on the east bank of the river. That looks like it probably is an apartment building these days. Seems like a rather nice location for a Metro train station and a Pace bus station, but that's what we got going on here on the west bank of the river. I don't know why I always have to investigate the lump in the river. No, I don't know what it is. Some metal thing. It's got a pair of pants wrapped around it. I guess I just wanted to make sure it was not human. I have to say, Elgin, I'm pretty impressed with the efforts that the city has made in the downtown area here to utilize this space for recreation. Definitely makes up, well, maybe it sort of makes up for all the crap in the river south of the casino. Elgin, come on, step it up south of the casino and this would be a really beautiful paddle. I'd only be able to go about 2 miles north from where I launched, but one thing I'm really pleasantly surprised about here is the current is so doable to paddle up against the current. So I'm gonna go back to where I launched, go south of there, maybe go up Poplar Creek, but even going downstream from where I launched, now that I've had these 2 miles upstream, I know that coming back against the current's gonna be no problem at all. Past the launch, and I'm going to continue down river. Wastewater treatment facility there. Poplar Creek comes in somewhere over here. I'm guessing that's where the clean water discharge is for the wastewater treatment facility. My car is still there, so that's a good sign. There it is, Poplar Creek. A little bit more hopeful. I'm going to see some migratory birds. There's your token tractor tire. Gotta love an old railroad bridge. There might only be one egret on this river, and I just keep stalking the same one. I don't know. Oh, terrible! Well, I didn't think I'd be able to go all that far up Poplar Creek, but I thought it would be because it got shallow. I was not expecting a giant log jam. It is actually pretty shallow. I think even if I bothered portaging around this, I wouldn't get a whole lot farther, but this is really nice back here. Very peaceful, very quiet. This is kind of a game day decision, so I didn't really even do any research on the Fox River through Elgin itself, or Poplar Creek, obviously, because I didn't even know it was here. But I can tell you off the top of my head that we're about 40 miles or so west of downtown Chicago, and Elgin, Illinois is where Jim Gaffigan and Elgin Watches hail from. Condoning graffiti, but dang, that's talent. I mean, if you're gonna leave your mark. I always wish there was just a little bit more time on the water, just one more hour or one more day I can spend on the water. Thanks for coming with me on the Fox River in Elgin, Illinois today. One thing I'm going to do before I head out of town, and this is going to sound really stupid, but there's no Bennigan's left, and I am dying for a Bennigan's Monte Cristo. One of the few left is in Elgin, Illinois. I'm going to get one of those for the road and hightail it out of here. Thanks for coming with me on my adventure today. If you haven't yet, please subscribe so you don't miss any of my next adventures. I'll be back in Illinois soon. I'll see you next time.